students, in the previous session we have completed revision part 1, that is we have completed lesson number 1. Now today we will start with revision part 2, lesson number 2, health and diseases, which you have for your exam. So now we will start. Okay, so what is the means? Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-beingness and not absence of any disease. Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-beingness and not only the absence of any disease. So this is the definition for health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-beingness and not merely means not only the absence of any disease. Now what is disease? Disease means condition of disturbances in physiological which is related to body parts and or psychological which is related to mental and emotional state of a person. Processes of body is called as diseases. So condition of disturbance in the body part, it is related to body parts or related to mental and emotional state of a person, then this processes of body is called as disease. Each disease has its own specific symptoms. So each disease has its own specific symptoms. So this is the definition for disease. Condition of disturbances in physiological or psychological processes of body is called as disease. And each disease has its own specific symptoms. Now types of diseases. There are different types of diseases according to duration and according to reasons. According to duration, there are two types, that is chronic disease and acute disease. Chronic disease means which lasts for a long period of time and acute disease means which lasts for a short period of time. So in types of diseases there are two types, according to duration and according to reasons. According to duration there are two types. First one is chronic disease and the second one is acute disease. Chronic disease means the diseases which last for a long period of time. And second one is acute disease which lasts for a short period of time. Now according to reasons there are two types, hereditary disease and acquired diseases. Hereditary diseases means which pass from parents to their offsprings. Yes, for example Down syndrome, it is a genetic disorder. So according to reasons there are two types, hereditary disease and acquired disease. Now in hereditary we have seen example, that is Down syndrome. Now acquired diseases. Acquired diseases there are two types, that is infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases means the diseases which pass from one person to other person. Okay, for example common cold, flu, dengue, these are the examples of infectious diseases. Or the next one, that is non-infectious diseases. Non-infectious diseases which are not passed from one person to other person. So for example diabetes and heart diseases are the examples of non-infectious diseases. So this is about types of diseases. Types of diseases, there are two types of diseases according to duration and according to reasons. According to duration, chronic disease and acute disease, and according to reasons, hereditary disease and acquired diseases. Hereditary disease, we have seen the example, that is Down syndrome, it is a genetic disorder. And acquired diseases, there are two types, infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. So in this lesson we will study detail about infectious disease and non-infectious diseases. Now infectious diseases. Diseases spread through contaminated air, water, food or vectors. Vectors means insects and other animals are called as infectious diseases. So what is the definition for infectious diseases? The diseases which spread through contaminated air, water, food or vectors are called as infectious diseases. And the diseases which pass from one person to another person, the infectious diseases which pass from one person to other person, they are also called as contagious diseases. So in infectious diseases, diseases which spread through contaminated air, water, food or vectors are called as infectious diseases. So for fill in the blanks, it can become as diseases spread through contaminated air, water, food or vectors are called as dash diseases. So you will get the options and in that you will click on the correct option. Okay, so these can come for fill in the blanks. Now the next one is some infectious diseases are. Now the examples of infectious diseases are given: tuberculosis, cholera and typhoid, etc. So these are the examples of infectious diseases: tuberculosis, that is TB, cholera and typhoid. Now the next one is some important diseases of present days. Now the information of some diseases are given, that is the first one is dengue. Mosquitoes lay the eggs in waterlogged places and thereby their population increases. Mosquitoes lay eggs in the waterlogged places and thereby their population increases, and different species of mosquitoes spread different diseases. Dengue is spread by Aedes aegypti. Yes, dengue is spread by Aedes aegypti. So mosquitoes lay eggs in the waterlogged places and thereby their population increases, and different species of mosquitoes spread different types of diseases. So this is about dengue disease, it is given. Now what are the symptoms of dengue? That is, first one is acute fever and headache, vomiting. So first symptom is acute fever and headache and vomiting. Second one is pains in eye socket is very prominent symptom. Pain in eye socket is very prominent symptom. It is very important symptom. The third one is decrease in platelet count that may lead to internal hemorrhage. So decrease in platelet count that may be lead to an internal hemorrhage. So these are the symptoms of dengue. First one is acute fever and headache and vomiting, then pain in eye socket, and the third one is decrease in platelet count. So these are the symptoms of dengue disease. Next disease is swine flu. Reasons are given. Infection for swine flu occurs through pigs and humans. Infection of swine flu occurs through pigs and humans. Viruses of swine flu are spread through secretion of nose, throat and saliva. It is also spread through sweat of the infected person. So viruses of swine flu are spread through the sweat or through secretion of nose, throat and saliva. So these are the reasons. Now we will see the symptoms of swine flu. Symptoms are difficulty in breathing, sore throat and body pain. So these are the symptoms of swine flu disease: difficulty in breathing, sore throat and body pain. Okay, now the next one is AIDS. The third disease, that is AIDS. First one we have seen dengue, second one is swine flu, and the third one is AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So this disease is caused by HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus. In this disease, victims suffer from various diseases due to progressive weakening of natural immunity. Diagnosis of AIDS cannot be confirmed without test in medical laboratories. ELISA test is used for its proper diagnosis. So for diagnosis of AIDS, the test which is used, that is called as ELISA test, and symptoms of AIDS are person specific. It differs from person to person. So this disease is caused by HIV virus, that is human immunodeficiency virus, and in this disease victims suffer from various diseases due to the progressive weakening of natural immunity. Diagnosis of AIDS cannot be confirmed without test, so ELISA test is used for its proper diagnosis, and symptoms of AIDS are person specific. Now AIDS does not occur due to touching to and sharing the food with HIV infected person or by nursing the HIV patient. So AIDS does not occur due to touching and sharing the food with HIV infected person or by nursing the HIV patient or by take caring of that HIV person. Our behavior with HIV infected person must be normal. Our behavior with the HIV infected person must be normal because it is not spread by touching or sharing the food or by taking care of that infected person. Now the next one is infections through the animals. Now infections through the animals we will see, that is the first one is rabies. I hope all of you are knowing how it spread. This is a viral disease. It occurs due to the bite of the infected dog, rabbit, monkey, cat, etc. So this is a viral disease. It occurs due to the bite of the infected dog, rabbit, monkey and cat, etc. Virus enters the brain via neurons, and hydrophobia is one of the important symptom of this disease. Hydrophobia is one of the important symptom of this disease. Hydrophobia means extreme fear for water. Okay, so this is about rabies, which occurs due to the bite of the infected dog, rabbit, monkey and cat. Now, which are the symptoms of rabies? The symptoms are fever for 2 to 12 weeks, fever for 2 to 12 weeks, exaggeration in behavior, change in behavior, then hydrophobia, extreme fear for water. So these are the symptoms of rabies disease, which spread through animals. Now the next part, that is non-infectious diseases. So till now we have seen infectious diseases, then some important diseases of present days. In that we have studied about diseases like dengue, AIDS and swine flu. We have seen reasons and symptoms of these diseases. Then after that we have seen the diseases which spread through animals. In that we have seen the symptoms and reasons of rabies disease. Now the next one is non-infectious diseases. What is the meaning of non-infectious disease? The diseases which do not occur through infections and body contacts are called as non-infectious diseases. Diseases which do not occur through infections and by body contacts are called as non-infectious diseases. Means these diseases are not passing from one person to other person. Such diseases arise in human body itself due to a certain reason. They arise in human body due to a certain reason. So they are not passing from one person to other person. And what is the definition for non-infectious disease? The disease which do not occur through infections and body contacts are called as non-infectious diseases. Now, the first one is cancer. Yes, this is the example of non-infectious disease. Cancer. Uncontrolled and abnormal cell growth is called as cancer. Uncontrolled and abnormal cell growth is called as cancer. Group or lump of cancerous cells is called as malignant tumor. The group or lump of cancerous cells is called as malignant tumor. Cancer can occur in various organs like lungs, mouth, tongue, stomach, breast, uterus, skin and tissues like blood. So it can occur in various organs like lungs, mouth, tongue, stomach, breast, uterus, skin and tissues like blood. So cancer means the uncontrolled and abnormal cell growth, that is called as cancer. The group or lump of cancerous cells is called as malignant tumor and it can be occur in various organs in our body. So this is about cancer. Now what are the reasons? The reasons are consumption of tobacco, gutka, smoking, alcoholism. So the consumption of tobacco, gutka, smoking, alcoholism, this is the reason for cancer. And lack of fiber content, that is fruits and leafy vegetables in your food. Then excessive consumption of junk food. Lack of fiber content means lack of fruits and leafy vegetable in food. Then excessive consumption of junk food, more consumption of junk food like pizza, burger, etc. are some of the many possible reasons. So these are the reasons for cancer. And heredity may also be a reason. Heredity also sometimes it is a reason. Okay. So these are the reasons of cancer. Yes, consumption of tobacco, smoking, gutka, alcoholism, then lack of fiber content in our food, excessive consumption of junk food, and the heredity also be a reason. Now the symptoms are chronic cough, yes, which lasts for a long period of time, chronic cough. Then hoarse voice, change in voice or difficulty in speaking, difficulty in swallowing. Then second one is incurable scar and inflammation, incurable injury. Then lumps in breast, swelling in breast. And the fourth one is unexplained weight loss. So these are the symptoms of cancer disease: chronic cough, hoarse voice or difficulty in swallowing. Then the second one is incurable scar and inflammation. third one is lumps in breast, and the fourth one is unexplained weight or loss. So we have seen the example of non-infectious disease. In that, first one is cancer. We have seen the reasons and symptoms of cancer disease. Now, which are the techniques? The modern diagnostic and treatment of cancers. Now, the techniques are various techniques like CT scan, MRI scan, mammography, biopsy are used in diagnosis of cancer. So these are the various techniques like CT scan, MRI scan, mammography, biopsy are used in diagnosis of cancer. In case of treatment, along with conventional methods like chemotherapy, radiation therapy and surgery, modern techniques like robotic and laparoscopic surgery are also followed. So along with the conventional methods like chemotherapy, then radiation therapy and surgery, there are modern techniques like robotic and laparoscopic surgery are also followed. So this is about treatment or the modern diagnostic and treatment of cancer. So nowadays the modern techniques like robotic and laparoscopic surgery are also be followed for the treatment of cancer disease. Now the next disease, that is diabetes. This is also example of non-infectious disease. The hormone insulin produced in pancreas control the level of sugar glucose in the blood. The hormone which is produced in pancreas, which hormone? That is insulin is produced in pancreas, which control the level of sugar glucose in blood. If insulin is secreted in low quantity, glucose level cannot be controlled. If the insulin is secreted in low quantity, then the glucose level cannot be controlled. This disorder is called as diabetes. So this disorder is called as diabetes. If the insulin in our body is secreted in low quantity, then the glucose level cannot be controlled, and this disorder is called as diabetes. So which hormone is present? That is insulin. The hormone insulin produced in pancreas controls the level of sugar glucose in blood. But if the insulin is secreted in low quantity, then the glucose level cannot be controlled, and this leads to the disorder which is called as diabetes. Now we will see the reasons and symptoms of diabetes disease. Now the symptoms are frequent urination at night, increased obesity or weight loss. So which are the symptoms of diabetes disease? Frequent urination at night, increased obesity, obesity means overweight, or weight loss. So these are the symptoms which cannot be ignored for diabetes disease. Now we will see the reasons. The reasons for diabetes are heredity. Sometimes it is heredity which is passed from parents to their offsprings. Then obesity, overweight, lack of physical exercise, and the last one is mental stress. So these are the reasons for diabetes disease: heredity, obesity, lack of physical exercise, and mental stress. Now what are the preventive measures? The preventive measures are following the proper diet. You should follow the proper diet. You should avoid junk foods. Then medicines and exercise under the supervision of doctor helps to keep the diabetes under control. How we can keep the diabetes under control? By the supervision of doctor. We will take proper diet, medicines and exercise. Okay, so these are the preventive measures for diabetes disease. So till now we have studied about infectious diseases, non-infectious diseases. In non-infectious diseases we have studied first one, that is cancer, and the second one is diabetes. Now we will stop till here today. In the next session we will do the revision for the remaining lesson. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much.